home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the winners of 9 straight, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sun Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. From the gun, running back gets to give. Gets it past the marker. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion from the back. Johnson looking to throw. Gets it to the back. Turning it on. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Strong, firm tackle.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. With just a few games remaining, they're atop the conference standings. Jesse, how hard is it not to look ahead at this point?
Really, really hard because everybody's talking about the conference championship, who you might play. You still got to deal, you still got to take care of business on the field today. That's the most important thing. It's been a phenomenal season up to this point, David. Great things ahead, potentially, but you got to win this one today.
Well, and I think that's what's really important. It's a great start, and now it's about finishing the season. To be at the top is awesome, but you can't lose a conference game or 2 conference games and get yourself out of the mix here right at the end when you're so close to the finish line.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. That's caught. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation.
And into the end zone. And
goes as he goes. So really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Off from the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but what an opportunity here from the 23-yard line. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the tailback. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The play-action fake. Right on the money. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. power football with the run. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Turns it on in midfield. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Woodside. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Tollefson. Hit as he throws. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Unloads it downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. The quick out. That's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out. You recover it, a forced turnover.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Making side adjustments here. Johnson wants to throw it. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover 1 man coverage. Just him and the wide out. And he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. Give to Brown. Plows through the defense.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air.
Oh, he's got some space. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Bringing the heat. Fires to the tight end. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Oh, they're after him. Going right and going deep. He's got it. Off and running. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kansas State.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Man, you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They just keep firing. They get to him as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Great place to start for this offense. Johnson looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. Flips it out on the screen. Showing off that weight room work as he gets across the 20 and up to the 22. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Wildcats will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Woodside. Gets away from one. He's got space. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. Back to throw. It's Dyer. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, on defense, these linebackers are trained not just to stop the run, but to go out and cover in space and make tackles in the open field. That linebacker shows you all of his skill set there.
He lets one fly deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Woodside. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Sun Devils. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Why not double the try total and go for 2? And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy,
always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Firing deep. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
On the run, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He'll keep it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Johnson wants to throw it. Going for 6. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Maryland. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's a heat. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Motion from the wideout. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. He stopped short, and it's fourth down. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Handoff to the single back. Another broken tackle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding.
And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Kansas State.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. To throw, it's Tollefson. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to him. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Sun Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they add 6 more to the board with a trip to the house.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he makes the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll give it to the back. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Woodside. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Kansas State. The defense does the work itself with the pick 6. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws, and he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
66, Arizona State, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Arizona State offense takes over.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. How about this for starting field position? 1st and goal from the 2. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
3rd and goal.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
The Sun Devils with a second and short to keep this drive moving. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Let's see what they've got on second down. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got a man. It's Anderson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Gotta love the physicality on fourth down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Tollefson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He's got it at the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been active.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the Sun Devils looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
And I don't know how the offense was able to come up with that one, guys, but fourth and long, and they find a way. Everybody on defense had their eyes on the quarterback, but he was still able to just give his guy a chance, put it near his body. He makes a phenomenal effort and grab, and they keep the drive alive.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to the end zone. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.